Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Today I have a product review for you. It's of the Polar A370, a watch you've seen on my wrist in many of my videos for the past few months. I'm not going to do an unboxing because we're past that point obviously, but it did come in a box that looks just like this. Yeah, and if unboxings are your thing, then you can go check that out on some other channel, but it's all the same. It's just a manual, a charger, and it's in a box. So no point in doing that, I don't think. Nothing special happening there, trust me. I purchased this because my other heart rate monitor, my FT7 that I've had since 2012, decided it didn't want to work anymore. It's been around for years, since 2012, and I only paid like $50 for this. I could have repurchased it, but honestly, the whole Bluetooth connectivity thing was really appealing to me and I wanted to try it out. That has no Bluetooth on it. And just FYI, if you are looking into one of these, something really cheap, reliable, this is still a really good option. You can still purchase it and your heart rate will show up on most machines while wearing this with the heart rate strap and that little device over here, the little nugget. But like I said, I really like the whole idea of Bluetooth connectivity and having an activity tracker. I've never had one of those. I see all my friends with like Fitbits and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'd like to know, what my activity level is. I honestly thought that I was more active than I am. It was a real wake-up call for me when I was wearing this, because if you don't move every hour, it kind of buzzes to tell you need to get up and move. So that was really cool. I'll start with the negatives and then I'm going to go into the positives. So the negatives on this. There is this really antiquated charging port. It's a USB charging port and it's located on the back right here. So in order to access it, you literally have to open up the watch and then flip this portion up. And by the way, this little door, the cover, is what keeps that waterproof, okay? So if you lose this, it's not waterproof. And it falls off, even though there's a little peg right there where it should stay on. It stayed on the first few times, but after about a month, it just kind of loosens up. So it will hang on there, but it's easy to fall off and lose, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is antiquated and I don't understand what the heck they're doing with that is because I have a Garmin watch, 910, and it doesn't have a charging port like that. It has two spots on the back that hook up to a connector and it charges through there. Like, I don't understand why Polar can't do something similar. Like, why are they stuck on this whole USB thing? The other thing that I don't really like is this strap, okay? They have a measuring system, like a measuring tool on their website that you can print, cut out, put it on your wrist to find out what size you are. They said I was like a medium large, and I have to wonder what the small would fit like on me because I literally wear this like toward the beginning. There's so much extra strap on here that it leaves me wondering like, what the heck they were thinking. So I literally have all this extra strap. I don't have big wrists. I have like standard size wrists. And this was a medium large. So I wonder if the small would have fit better. And it does get a little gross. This is waterproof, again, water resistant. And I do wear this in the shower sometimes and you cannot clean out little holes. There's like a lot of buildup in there. It's turned white. And then also there is a glass screen on here. You're not going to be able to see it on the video, but I have chipped the screen a few times. So I don't think it'll come up in the video. But if you go over to my website, I'll try to get a good view of that. I've also chipped the bezel. So see, that's another reason why I didn't want to go with the Apple Watch, because I didn't want to spend that much money to have these issues. There's one big issue I have with this. So I wasn't able to get a screenshot of it. I'm going to try, and I'll put it on my website, and maybe in this video if I can before I post it. But every now and then when I'm training, I'll get an error message during training letting me know that there's been an issue that's occurred. It'll pop up on the screen and it says to press the back button, which is the only button on this watch. And when you press that back button, you lose all your data from your workout. So it's like the workout never happened. Imagine working out for an hour, running on a treadmill or running outside to lose that data. It's pretty sucky. So I don't know what the heck is going on with the software there, but that has pissed me off on more than one occasion. It happens like once every 2 weeks, and I just keep forgetting to take a photo of it. But I'm gonna try to capture that because it's something that you should definitely see and be aware of.
So anytime you get the prompt that I showed you, you have to hit the back button and it resets, and it just brings you back to a home screen. And then when it logs what you did for the day, you completely lose the workout you were in the middle of. It just says 0. So if you were really into a long workout, then you just lost it all. It did save the workout after it, but for this one, it shows absolutely nothing, which is really annoying because there's been times when I've been on a long run and I lose everything. So I had to resume my workout and I ended up starting it over again and logging in 28 minutes, but I did miss about half my workout. So that is the most annoying thing with this watch, just to show you guys.
So that is a major issue that I have with this watch. Also, most people don't realize this. So like Fitbits, the Fitbit Charge 2 has like a black and white screen. This has like a screen that you'll find on a phone. It's really pretty. It has the colors and everything. But if you're in direct sunlight, then it can be hard to read. So if you're running outside, then this can be very difficult to read. Just be aware of that. Those are my only issues with this watch. On to the positives. There's a lot of positives actually. Even though I have an issue with this strap and how long it is, I do like the fact that I didn't have to put it on, cut it, and measure it myself. It was just, there's a lot of holes on there, so a lot of options. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they have ones all the way close to the top where you really can't secure it, like right here. But it's probably an aesthetic thing. Who knows? The screen, even though it's hard to read in direct sunlight, it is really nice to look at. And I do like that when you're training, you can see your different heart rate zones color-coded. That's a really nice feature. Also, the optical sensor on the back, which is actually turning green right now because I've been moving it around, it takes your continual heart rate. So like throughout the day, it'll just randomly check your heart rate. And it's nice to have that feedback to know what your high of the day is, your low of the day is. I have worn this on the treadmill at the same time as like other heart rate monitors, my good old faithful, when I got it to work again. I've also worn it with the Garmin and with a H10 heart strap. And I've monitored the H10 heart strap on my phone, on the machine, and I compared all the readings. This is really accurate up against a heart strap. So it's really liberating to know that if you wanted to go without the heart rate strap, which can be very irritating, you get a lot of chafing, especially if you're sweating a long time, moving around a lot, that you can just rely on this because it's very accurate, I gotta say. Also, it's nice because it's on you throughout the day. So I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the gym ready for a workout before having this. Back when I was using this old school one, and I forgot a piece of my setup. You know, maybe I forgot the little transponder or the strap because I washed it and it was just sitting there drying in my bathroom. Or I forgot the watch itself because I don't wear I wouldn't wear this watch all day. How frustrating that is to go to the gym, not have a piece of your equipment, and you know, your workout kind of sucks. So this is really awesome because it's always with you. You're wearing it as a piece of your jewelry during the day. So you don't have to worry about that. As long as it's charged, you can still monitor your workout and get a great workout in because it's very comfortable. You do have to wear this right behind your wrist bone. During the day you can wear it a little bit looser, but when you're working out you want some tight contact on your skin. It is very comfortable. Because of the silicone strap, it does stretch a little bit. There is some give. You do have to let your skin breathe a little bit every now and then though, so that happens usually when I'm charging it, to be honest. Another thing that really drew me to this watch over some of the other options was the fact that aesthetically, it looks pretty good. They did a good job with it. You know, it looks like a lot of the other activity trackers, but it's just very sleek. And I've worn this to work. I work at a law firm. I wear it every single day. And, you know, there are interchangeable straps that you can get. The one that they advertise on the website is white, in addition to this black. But I did reach out to Polar because they had some like really pretty straps for the A360, which was the older model of this. And look at that, it just looks like a band. Like, it looks really good on. It's very sleek, it's modern. It looks a lot better than my old heart rate monitor. You know, like I said, I wanted something that looked good and didn't look like a heart rate monitor. I know there's a lot of other options out there, but I didn't want to go with the other Polar watches because they look like sport watches. Whereas this is just like a nice little activity tracker or a nice little sleek watch. So like I was saying, I did reach out to Polar, and you can use the A360 bands on this. So you have a lot of color options out there: pink, red, green, white. I think there's like yellow, black. So if you want to like color coordinate, you totally can. That was a big selling point for me. You can use your phone's GPS and piggyback off of that so that when you're outside running, you can, you know, monitor your distance, and it's fairly accurate as it would be running it on your phone, like let's say through the Nike running app. And it's been on par with my Garmin 910 XT, which goes off of satellites. And this is like a triathlon watch for those of you who don't know. So it's, you know, people like really depend on these. The battery life on this is fairly decent. It depends on how you're using the watch. Obviously, if you're using it for continuous training and heart rate tracking, that sensor on the back is going to be working all the time, so it's going to drain your battery. Unfortunately, the screen, as beautiful as it is, it's like a double-edged sword. It's beautiful, but it uses a whole lot of battery. So the more you're looking at your screen, the more it's going to use up your battery. If you're not really doing anything and you're just kind of using it as an activity tracker, then you can get a good week's worth of wear out of this. I have had an off week where I wasn't really doing much and it lasted 5 days. If you are training intensely, and I mean like going for a workout at lunch for an hour and then going after work for 1 to 2 hours, sometimes 3 or 4, you're gonna be charging this like every other day. I charge this every other day, but that's because I'm currently training for a marathon. And I do have some sessions where I'm in the gym for, you know, 2-3 hours after work. I do try to go at lunch just to keep myself moving. But the average user who's probably using this as an activity tracker and monitoring their heart rate throughout the day, working out 1 hour a day, will find it lasts anywhere between 3 and 4 days. It is really good. It's also really nice to have that sleep feedback. If you're comfortable with wearing this throughout the night, you'll see how many times you woke up, how long it took to fall back asleep, and you can rate your sleep and keep track of that on the application. There are 2 applications that sync with this. It's the Polar Flow and Polar Beat. The Polar Beat app is what you'll use when you're working out. You can use this as a heart rate monitor to transmit your feed to your phone, or you can just use this on its own and sync it with the Polar Flow app. The Polar Beat app also works with like the just straps, so you don't need a watch necessarily anymore, just FYI, if you were looking for something just for heart rate monitor. The Polar Flow app is what you'll use to make all your changes. So It comes preset with a few sport modes in there, but there's a whole list. I mean, they have everything from like yoga to indoor exercise, treadmill, elliptical, indoor bicycling, outdoor running, cycling, etc. You pick what you want, you select it, and then you sync it with your watch, and then it'll be loaded on your watch. There's also a fitness test on here that you have to pay a little bit extra for. So as far as pricing goes, this is pretty competitive with the Fitbit Charge 2. I think the Fitbit Charge 2 was like $150. This is $179, so I'll just say $180. And the other reason why I went with this over the Fitbit Charge 2 is because this is water resistant. Thanks to that back, even though I wish they would find some different way to charge this thing. If you have any questions about this watch, you're thinking about buying it, before you buy it, you want to ask somebody what they think about certain things, then put your comments down below or head over to my website in the comment section. You can always drop a message down there. Hope you guys enjoy this. If you have any other products that you want me to check out and review, put those down below or shoot me a message. I'd love to do it. I will be doing a video soon on the heart rate strap, the H10, because I have been using that quite a bit as well for my training. So if you're interested in that, just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. It'll be coming soon. Bye guys.